Hey everybody, I'm in Central Park today and I am so excited because today I am going to find the most hidden secret in the entire park. You guys, I found it. I freaking found it. It's crazy. It takes hours and miles to figure this thing out. Right now my Fitbit's at 22,000 steps and 10.6 miles. If you like Central Park and you like puzzles, this is gonna be awesome. And I love both those things. So let's go. So I'm starting up here at the northwest corner of the park, the 110th and Central Park West. We're gonna start at the Mount Cliff Arch. This is the highest arch in the park. It's cool. So the person who created this, his name is Brett. And what he did is he hid 32 clues near a bunch of the bridges and arches throughout the park. And so you have to go to each one of those bridges or arches, figure out the clue, write down the number, and then solve this puzzle after you have all 32 clues solved. You'll see once you figure this out, it'll be north 40 degrees plus this many minutes, and then west 73 degrees plus that many minutes. That'll give you the coordinates for the secret, like where you can finally find this. I'm not gonna show you where all the clues are, of course, because I want you to come and do this yourself, but we can do the first one together. So we're here at the Mount Cliff Arch, and what it says, look for the black lamppost closest to the west entrance of the arch on the north side of the path. The lamppost is a 4-digit serial number, and A is the second digit of that serial number. Not too bad, right? One down, 31 more to go, plus the one at the end. So 32 more to go. Let's do this. The next few arches and bridges are here in the North Woods, running along the lock. We're headed to Huddlestone Arch. I just read the clue for this one. Here, come up the stairs, look above it. You have to count the circles in the fence. There's over 100 circles. All right, we follow the lock up. We're here at Glenspan Arch, come through here, and there's a waterfall on the other side. This one's my favorite waterfall in the park. Walking along the bridle path now, as our next clue is at the Gothic Bridge. All right, so we've hit our first outdated clue. So down here is Claremont Arch. As long as I can remember, you've never been able to go through it, but it used to be able to go down there. This little path connected, but clearly they have closed us off. Now, there was a bollard right here, or maybe two, to stop like vehicles or anything when we're going down there. And the clue is to count the number of bollards, but they're no longer there. However, the creator really thought this through. For every one of the clues, there's an error check, and so you can find the same number in 2 spots near the bridge. So if one of the clues is gone, or hidden, or obscured, or somehow, you can look at whatever the second clue is and still get the answer. So we're still good to go. Okay, I'm at the bottom part of the reservoir, and this is the first time that I am truly stumped by a clue. I figured it out. So you gotta know your directions really well, because it's like the north side of the path on the west side of the bridge. I was looking at the lamppost on the north side of the path on the west side. It's that one down there. I'm on the wrong path. Okay, time check. Been at this for about an hour and I've solved 8 clues. We're now leaving the reservoir. This is the Southeast Bridge, and we're gonna head across the Great Lawn back over to the bridle path. These are people lining up for Shakespeare in the park, and there's our arch. Welcome to the Winterdale Arch. Thank you. All right, we're gonna head back to the east side now. Central Park's only 2.5 miles north and south, but if you gotta zigzag back and forth, that adds a lot. The Great Lawn and the castle, so totally worth the extra steps. There's the obelisk, and coming up here on the Greywacke Arch. By the way, if you come and do this, obviously you're gonna be going through a ton of tunnels. The acoustics in the tunnels are amazing, so there's a lot of musicians that hang out here, so bring some dollars. One thing I really like about this tour is that as you get to each one of the bridges or arches, the creator has written a little paragraph about each one, tell you something interesting about it. So this one, this is the Glade Arch. Apparently, an out-of-control snowplow took out the entire side here. That was the excuse they used to restore it back to its original grandeur. I love like interesting little facts like that. All right, we've come out to Alice in Wonderland and the Conservatory Water with all the model boats. Next up is the Trefoil Arch. I think I'm just gonna go around to the other side. This side is clear. All right, we gotta count the steps. At the top of the Trefoil Arch, that's where you'll find the boathouse and the lake, and this is where you rent the rowboats from. If you haven't taken a rowboat out on the lake before, it really is as cool as you think it might be. It's such an amazing experience, and it's only 20 bucks for an hour. Heading over to the Bethesda Terrace, we're gonna find a clue in here. Another one where you gotta count. It says several of the arcades have blue diamonds in them and you have to count all the blue diamonds. Oh, I see. Oh, we can just multiply. That'll be easier. By the way, at this point, if you need to go to the bathroom, there are bathrooms at the mid landing here. Alright. For this one, the clue is on this plaque over here, which I've actually never even read before. Okay, looking ahead, next up is the Ramble Arch, and then the Oak Bridge, which is just on the west side of the Ramble here. The Ramble is very easy to get lost in, so make sure that you've got Google Maps up. Also, make sure that your phone is really well charged, because you're gonna need it not only for directions to get around the park, but also for the instructions. So if you get to this little zigzag, you're on the right path, because this will come around. If you take that turn, that's where the cave is at, just below that fence right there. You take this one though, and this will lead you straight underneath the arch. It's confusing, right? Even when you come here, you got a turn up there, you can go that way, you can take these stairs down this way, and this is where we want to go, and that will lead us to the arch. So this is the smallest arch. It's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet across. The air check is above the arch, so you come around here, just loop around to this side, and then you'll be on top of it. Check. Super easy to get to the next one. That's the top of the Ramble Arch. You are just gonna go down these stairs, and you can see the next one right there. That's the Oak Bridge. One of my favorites. Love the view of Midtown from here, especially in the evening when you get the reflection of the buildings on the water. It's gorgeous. Okay, time check. We are 2 hours in. I just finished my 16th clue. The Oak Bridge was the 16th clue, but like 5 seconds away is the balcony bridge here, and the next clue is right here. So let's keep it going. So we come up on the stone arch. It's the only arch in the park that has 2 arches. The instructions say the reason there's 2 arches is because right here where the lake kind of ends, there used to be a little pond there, and that's where they would go skating in the winter. And the men would change in one and the women would change in the other. Okay, we are back on the bridle path. We're gonna come down here another, I don't know, 0.3 miles or so to the Wriststone Arch. By the way, the creator of this puzzle recommends that you do it during the daytime, and I fully concur. Because this, especially this bridge here, is so dark. And when you come in here at night, it is very intimidating. It is so dark at night, there's no lights anywhere around here. The bridle path by itself doesn't have any lights along the whole thing. So just the fact that there's a bunch of arches and bridges and stuff here on the bridle path, definitely make sure you do this in the daytime and start early enough that you finish it in the daytime too. The clue is actually up here. So I just realized that we got the sheep meadow over here, Midtown skyline behind me, Tavern on the Green over here. Headed to the 65th Street Transverse, which is just over here on the side of the Tavern on the Green. We're just over halfway done, which means almost half the bridges are in the 6-block area from here. The park ends at 59th Street. So you cover a lot of ground in the first half, but then a lot of the arches and bridges here will just be bam, bam, bam. They're really close to each other because you'll cover half of them just in this little area here. So that's nice. All right, we head down to the zoo. Just hit 3 hours, so I've got 5 left, and 2 of them are right here underneath the 65th Street Transverse. So we are on a roll. So there's one, we got the Children's Zoo right here, and then right here is the next bridge. All right, coming down to InScope. This is exciting. Only 2 more to go. We got Green Gap just off the path here, and then Gapstone just right in front of us over here. All right, I got all 32 clues. I'm gonna come over here, sit in the shade, plug them into the equation, and see where our coordinates are. Hopefully it's close by, because I'm a little tired. Okay, I'm a little discouraged because I messed up somewhere. I messed up a couple of times. The numbers that came out are not coordinates. They're supposed to be coordinates, but they're not. And I do not want to go back through and double check again. I messed with it a little bit and came out with some coordinates that are in Central Park. So I'm gonna go there and hope for the best. So I'm gonna go dark here because I don't want you to see where I'm going, since you know that's the biggest secret. But then hopefully we'll come back and I'll have a coin, yay! So the good news, I solved it. I can't believe it, but yeah, bad news, there's no coin, nothing at the end. So a little anticlimactic here. I know this is the spot though, because he describes it, fake rock hidden in an angled nook between 1 large rock and 2 smaller. And you'll be under the branch of a nearby tree. I just dug for a little bit It's all just dirt in there, no fake rock, which honestly I figured would be the case. This thing was created in 2008, so it's been 15 years plus a pandemic. The person who created it may not live anywhere near the city anymore. But I'm proud, I figured it all out. I got to all the clues and learned some stuff about the bridges and arches along the way. It was fun. Anyways, I'll see you later, bye. You guys, I found it. I freaking found it, it's crazy. I still can't believe it. So there's the crevice right behind me, and I'm just like, what if, you know, it rained a bunch and like, I don't know, just slid down. So I checked down here and look at this. Look at this. What? What? I can't believe I found it. I'm great. We'll see if anything's in it. Hold on. It's got stuff in it. There's a little gold coin. And I don't know, whatever this is. I'll open it. Okay, so it's a book that has all the people that found it. So I just added myself to it. I'm just gonna put this little pirate coin back in there. I don't need that, so we'll let the next person find it. I've got it documented that I was here, and I'll hide it back in the nook where it's supposed to be. There we go. It looks natural. I like it. I don't know if that was as fun for you as it was for me, or even half as fun for you, but I loved that. It was a fun puzzle. I got to see all of Central Park, because you start in the northwest corner, you go all the way down to the southeast at Gapstone Bridge. You see the whole, like, this was awesome. This is a really fun activity. It took 3.5 hours to solve all the clues and then put in the math equation and get to the spot where I thought it might be and then find it. The whole thing took about 4 hours, and that's as much time as I allotted for it, so that was perfect. Highly, highly recommend this activity. Like, if you love puzzles and you love Central Park, this is a no-brainer. Like, find 4 hours, maybe 5 if you're not gonna run between the arches, and explore, and just, this is cool. Props to the person who created this. This took a tremendous amount of work and thought and effort, and I am really impressed. Even though I came out with the wrong equation, but I'm sure that's my fault, not yours. Anyways, I'll see you around. Also, if you want to explore even more while you're finding all these clues, check out this video up here. It's 12 Secrets of Central Park. You can find lots of fun stuff along the way while you're finding all these clues for the geocache. So, okay, I'm gonna go eat something. See you later, bye.